Yay Networks.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Szabo, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. My name's Nick Adams.
I'm Anna. Amy.
And I'm Lacey G.
Are you ready, Amy?
I'm ready.
Are you prepared?
Yes.
Okay.
For class.
We're doing a podcast. And today we are going to be breaking down, something that's got a lot of Swifties. Like me personally, I'm like, why is she doing these? Some of my favorite songs. Why is she making me put these in these different categories?
Labeled.
She's labeling all these songs that maybe I didn't completely think about a song all the way through. And now Taylor Swift has 5 new playlists on Apple Music, and they are the 5 stages of heartbreak. And they are all labeled. The first one is I Love You. It's Ruining My Life. That's about denial. The second one, You Don't Get to Tell Me About Sad. That's anger. The third one, I'm Allowed to Cry. Bargaining. The fourth one, Old Habits Die Screaming. That is depression. And then the final one is I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, and that's acceptance. And then you look at some of these and you're like, I never would have thought that song would be in that playlist. But then you think about it again and you're like, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I think it just goes to show, like, how, and of course, like, we all, we have a Taylor Swift podcast. Taylor Swift as a songwriter is just one of the best of the best of the best. And I think this just goes to show, I think it's a testament to her songwriting, how she can write a song in that moment, in that feeling, and feel some kind of way. But then years pass and she experiences other things and she can look back at those songs in her own words and interpret them differently. And I think it's awesome that she's able to do that as the songwriter, but also as a listener. I feel like we always say that, there's a Taylor Swift song for every occasion. There's a Taylor Swift song for everybody, like kind of, in that kind of way. And I think it really, like, sometimes I feel like I hear a Taylor Swift song and in that moment, it's not what I need. But like 5 years later, I listen to it again and I'm like, that's those words and those lyrics are exactly what I needed right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I feel like by her organizing her own discography into these playlists, I think it's just a really incredible testament to her songwriting skills and how they can just kind of like adapt and evolve. And we're going to get into each playlist and everything, but I think it's just fascinating for her to look back at some of her love songs and, not see the red flags that were blatant at the time, but she sees them now, like things like that. Like, oh my God, she's incredible.
And she did this based on fan theories because fans were saying she was doing the 5 stages of grief. And so she latched onto that and was inspired by the fans to go back and reorder and reorganize all of her songs, which is just absolutely incredible.
Because we had talked about that. Amy and I, when the track list first dropped, Amy and I were in studio. And so we did like an emergency episode about it. And we had talked about it, just like looking at them. But it was interesting because at the time that we had the track list, it's like they were breaking down into like 4 parts, but we were trying to see if it could, because it's 5 stages of grief. And so for her to actually turn that into 5 instead of 4, I think it's awesome. Like you said, like if she saw it from like us being like, whoa. Mm-hmm. And wow. And I still wholeheartedly believe that she had some sort of plan to reveal the track titles, but then the track list got leaked and whatever plans that she had were scrapped. So I wonder what that would have been. But I still think that.
Okay, so fans inspired Taylor with this theory. If Taylor was going to be inspired by anything on this podcast, what do you think it would be?
Elevators. Escalators. It'd be escalators.
I can't listen to Labyrinth without laughing.
Just think about being able, she can take anything and make it meaningful. She's used the word red in 100 different ways and it means something completely different. Escalators. I keep saying elevators. Escalators. Mm-hmm. They can take you up. They can take you down. They can lead you somewhere. They can break.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick, but that's all about you. You were the one with the escalator. So if we're going to turn it around to something that's all about each of us, then I have to say the horse down the slip and slide whenever I mistakenly said that. If she writes that into a song, then I'm going to know that is a personal shout out to me.
Oh, okay. So we're saying like besides the lobster.
Yeah. If she was going to be inspired by anything. But, I mean, I was just saying that while I have it in front of me thinking about it, but yeah, what if she does drop a lobster in this album?
If there's a lobster lyric in the Tortured Poets, I will combust. I will evaporate.
We will turn into crustaceans ourselves if that happens.
And actually just move into the ocean and you'll never hear from us again. We will turn into crustaceans ourselves. That is just unfathomable. Is that the word? Yeah. Fathomable. That's, oh my God.
You know, I got to say, these playlists are great. The artistry part of it, the meaning is wonderful. But what I love to look at and dissect is the just badass business move this is. Because what I love about Taylor and just her method of marketing to her fans is the way she does things encourages listening on repeat and listening to songs more and more and more, because this song points to that song, it's connected to that song. Oh, this is a love triangle. Then she throws in the music videos. There's Easter eggs everywhere. This, once again, just gives fans and listeners 5 other ways to listen to her music on repeat. It's just so smart and wonderful, and no other artist does this.
You know, and
It's great.
you pointed it out one time years ago, probably at the beginning of this podcast, about how that works with like music videos, especially. Like if we're hunting for Easter eggs, we're watching them over and over and over and over again. I never thought about that in like the marketing aspect of it until you pointed it out, Nick. Of course, I spent my whole life just as a Swiftie be like, I was like, wait a second, that's also genius.
And we're always hearing about how she's getting so many streams. And even when she doesn't have a new album out, she's still at the top of the streaming charts because people are just going back over and re-listening, because the music is great. But I think a lot of that is also just how she's trained us to go on these Easter egg hunts and find things. And even if you don't love a song that much, you'll still listen to it because I just got a new clue or a new nugget that points somewhere else. She's like writing clue detective novels in her songs that's making us work. And that's genius. That's so great.
She's a super talented songwriter, and that's why we are all here. She is a genius musician, but she's also a brilliant businesswoman. I mean, look at the boss move that she made whenever she released the Eras Tour movie. She cut out the middleman and made that deal herself. So, I mean, she is so smart whenever it comes to that, to all of it.
And I love it too, because I feel like that's something that people in the industry, when they've worked with Taylor or know Taylor or talk about Taylor, that's like something everyone says is that how smart she is when it comes to business and her music and her art and things. And we've seen that since the very, very beginning. Like us as fans have seen it, but I'm glad like it's just more obvious now. Like you don't have an artist that can sell 200 million copies of an album without anyone hearing a second of it. And that's in the US alone. Like that's nuts to think about. Like no other artist is doing it like that. Like it's incredible.
Yeah, and we praise the art more, and not to dilute or diminish her art, but it's the music business. You can be a great artist, but if you're terrible at business, you're probably not going to go anywhere.
Yeah. That's why we call it the music industry.
That's right. The music industry is the music business. Same thing with being an actor. It's not like The Rock is the best actor of all time. He's a great businessman, so he's making $20+ million a movie because he's a great business person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's totally valid.
And she could take all this and say, I'm the mastermind. I'm the one behind all of this. This is my ideas, my words, my everything, my money, my earnings. And she doesn't. She still gives to cities whenever she's going through town. She still gives massive bonuses to everyone working on the Eras Tour and thanks them every single night on tour, which is just incredible. She doesn't have to be as selfless and thoughtful and giving as she is. She's just that genuine of a person.
Yeah. I mean, she's a living legend, and I think it's really, really cool to witness in real time. Like as she makes her moves, we're getting to experience it, and I just think that's incredible. Woo!
So should we turn to these playlists and dissect how Taylor has categorized her own music?
Yes. Also, just before we start, I do think it's important to point out, because when she first dropped these playlists, something that everybody was talking about was like, a lot of the songs that I feel like are getting a lot of attention are especially the ones from like the Lover album. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, interesting that there's no Reputation songs, because that's when she was like falling in love with Joe. However, I think that Reputation and Debut are just very clearly not on any of these playlists because she doesn't own them yet.
She doesn't want those streams going to those numbers.
Right. So I saw a lot of theories and stuff online about like why she didn't include Reputation and having it be like a Joe thing, but I think it's a Taylor's version thing.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
the first playlist is I Love You, It's Ruining My Life, and that's Denial. And so let's hear what she has to say about this playlist.
Warmer, sunnier days are calling, and you can fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So if you only have a few minutes between meetings during the day, or you get home and you're just so hungry but you have no time to cook, Factor is where you should go. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, and you'll always have new flavors to explore. You can crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. And these are delicious. From breakfast to dessert, you can stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. And you can keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes, so no shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Head to factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 and use code TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TaylorSwiftFan50 at factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
Welcome to my I Love You, It's Ruining My Life playlist. This is a list of songs about getting so caught up in the idea of something that you have a hard time seeing the red flags, possibly resulting in moments of denial and maybe a little bit of delusion. Results may vary.
Results may vary.
And
okay.
The track list on here is just insane. Took everybody aback at first. And then after having a few days to take it in, kind of realizing more why. But there were some shockers.
Yes. Some of the most shocking to me were Lover is on this playlist, which we have seen her at the Eras tour, specifically right before playing the song Lover. She said at one point, she was like, I wrote this song at one point in my life because of, the things that I was feeling. But I hope that moving forward, the memories and stuff that we have with this song is being at the Eras tour, being together, like this experience more than like the experience that like inspired it. And so I think that, man, that just had to be so hard for her to perform when she's, going through a breakup and stuff. So Lover being on the Denial playlist to me was one of the biggest, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Also, Lavender Haze is on this, which before Lavender Haze came out, she said that was a song inspired by, her relationship that she kept trying to like protect. And so to put Lavender Haze on a Denial, like I was ignoring the red flags, like that's really sad.
And didn't that voice memo go away? Like
Yeah,
her
she
little
deleted
intro?
it.
Yeah.
Right after.
Afterwards, after the breakup.
To me, the surprising one is Sweet Nothing.
Yeah.
Because that's just like, that's supposed to be, you are in this super comfortable phase in your life where you're on the way home, you're just hanging out in the car. And it's like, I don't want to say puppy love, but it's like you're in such a
sweet
deep
nothing.
point of love where it's just the sweet nothings that mean so much to you. And it's like, oh, wait, that's denial?
Which is also sad because when we were talking about these songs, especially like in real time in our podcast, we were breaking down those songs when she was still with Joe. And so we would look at those songs and be like, oh my God, this just shows how much she loves him and how much he loves her and how great they are for each other. And now it's like, for her to put like Sweet Nothing and...
Because, the main thing about Sweet Nothing is that that's a song about being appreciated and loved.
In the small
And then-
moments, yeah.
Yeah, and then to turn around and whatever happened was significant that caused her to feel differently. We don't know, but seemingly the breakup was something traumatic that happened. It wasn't something
A fizzle.
leading on up to, or,
I don't know.
maybe not. I don't know.
But like she said at the beginning of the Eras Tour and the Lover era of it. She says that this is not just my story anymore, it's our story. So I'm still going to keep Sweet Nothing as something.
sweet song, yeah.
That sure, it means something to her differently now. But for me, it's still going to be Sweet Nothing.
Yeah, and that's totally. I mean, I think that's also another part of what makes songwriting so awesome too, is because you interpret it for yourself and for your life and your stories and things like that. So I think, if anything, I think she would want that. Yeah. She wouldn't want you to take it off of your lovey playlist, just,
But this playlist was the one that hurt.
The Denial.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we also have Snow on the Beach on this one. Glitch is on this playlist. Betty, that one I feel like makes sense. Willow. How do you feel about Willow being on there, Amy?
It's okay.
You're like, my heart's only just a little broken.
Amy's so offended.
Cruel Summer being on the Denial playlist.
I guess I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it, I guess. Right?
I mean, she's I'm drunk in the back of the car, crying, coming home from the bar. Just because it's upbeat doesn't mean it's happy.
We've learned that.
We have learned that. Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince is also on this one, which especially because of the Eras Tour, I feel like she has been able to turn that song to be about us, like the fans. Like, it's been a long time coming. It's you and me. That's my whole world. Having that be the first song of the Eras Tour, to me, makes it seem like she wants that to be reinterpreted to be about us and her as fans. We got False God on Denial. Ouch. Style, your favorite,
I know, that one
Nick.
hurts, because to me, that's just like, oh, that's just such a fun song. It's kind of a hopeful song. It's like, puppy dog, flirty phase of a relationship. And it's like, that's not Denial.
But I guess it would be kind of like you are in that early stages that you are ignoring the red flags.
Yeah, that's true.
I
can see that, I guess.
Same with Wildest Dreams, which we just broke down on our podcast.
Because now she's not looking back on fond memories anymore. This was seemingly a relationship that's been trashed, that you don't go back and feel the fuzzy happiness
Nothing
anymore.
lasts forever.
Yeah.
Treacherous is also on this one. I'm kind of surprised that there's not more Red songs on here, but I guess that's because Red was more of the aftermath. Untouchable, I've been listening to that one because we just had a solar eclipse, and there's a line in that song of burning brighter than the sun. So
makes sense.
Untouchable's been on my playlist this week.
This is going to be a very dated episode here pretty quickly.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Aren't they all?
They are.
Aren't they
definitely.
all? The last time we were in here recording, the minute we left, Taylor dropped these playlists.
And you know what's going to happen? As soon as we leave today, she's going to drop 5 more. That's When, Nick, your favorites are all on the Denial playlist.
I know. This is a tough one.
Then we have Ours, Lacey, Superman, and Bejeweled.
I know. Another just like upbeat one that I would not put in Denial.
I kind of thought that Bejeweled would have been more in the acceptance, because it's like, I'm still going to go out and make the whole place shimmer.
It's like you're turning it around. Acceptance, you're turning around the situation that you're in.
Yeah, like, by the way, like, I'm going out tonight. So that was interesting for me to see it on the Denial. Me personally, I would have put it on acceptance.
But let's talk about Lover for a second, because that was the big shocker on this I Love You, It's Ruining My Life, I'm in Denial playlist. Since then, I've seen a lot of fans go back and say, listen to what she's saying. She's asking, can I go where you go? Can I be with you? I'm always going to save you a seat because he's not there.
Ouch.
So kind of looking back in hindsight, there was a lot of things that maybe she was unintentionally saying. It is a love song, and I've seen people on TikTok like, how do you feel now that that's your wedding song? No, that's a wonderful, beautiful, beautiful song, and always will be. But now that we're looking at it again through colored lenses, then it's like she was kind of saying, maybe he wasn't there, maybe. But I think that would be like an accidental something that comes out in a love song, that you don't realize what you're saying, or maybe that's not what you're trying to say in the moment. But then looking back, it's like, well, I always was saying this. I just didn't realize what I was saying, or maybe what I was feeling. I don't know.
I think it's more like she's probably looking back on it like, oh my gosh, I was so in love that I was ignoring the red flags. I was so in love that I was denying it. But I think the actual lyrics of it, I don't want to rewrite the history. You know what I mean? I think it's okay to look back on it, like you said, in a different lens, but I don't know. But I will say, and this is just because I am absolutely crazy, but when I was thinking about my first dance song for Ryan and I for our wedding, of course, Lover crossed my mind because it is such a beautiful love song, first dance, like everything. In my head, I thought, I know that she wrote this song about her and Joe. If they ever break up, I don't want it to taint that. I picked You Are in Love, not just because it's a beautiful song and because of the whole history that Ryan and I have with it, but also like she wrote that song about a relationship that wasn't hers. And so I kind of
That's not crazy.
I thought it, like I actually thought about that.
You did your homework.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
But that does make me crazy.
Since we're on talking about Lover being on the Denial playlist, have you guys seen the videos of her performing Lover at the Eras Tour? I want to say it was right around the time maybe we did or just found out about her and Joe's relationship being over, and she's emotional. She's like wiping away a tear while she's singing it. I'm wondering if maybe she wrote this at a point in her life when she may have been experiencing a little bit of denial, but this was kind of a Band-Aid. I'm going to write through my emotions or write past my emotions.
It's possible.
And I mean, those are the videos that people were pointing to whenever we found out she has a song, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, was because she was out there performing. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't even see those videos at the time. It wasn't until, I believe, until Tortured Poets. And then we start noticing and seeing like, oh, she's crying. She's wiping away tears, but she's still out performing and delivering despite what was going on in her personal life.
Yeah. I think that's all for this playlist.
Yes.
Right? Warmer, sunnier days are calling, and you can fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So if you only have a few minutes between meetings during the day, or you get home and you're just so hungry but you have no time to cook, Factor is where you should go. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, and you'll always have new flavors to explore. You can crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. And these are delicious. From breakfast to dessert, you can stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. And you can keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes, so no shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Head to factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 and use code TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TaylorSwiftFan50 at factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Summer is right around the corner, and we love to have fun, but we're all really well aware that it can get expensive. And when you have financial goals, you need to decide what's worth it. A Chime checking account helps you reach your financial goals while still enjoying your summer. Are you traveling at all this summer? Maybe to hit up another Eras tour date? And look, sometimes you know that you don't mean to overdraft, but it just happens when things start to add up. And Chime allows you to overdraft up to $200 with no fees, which at times can be a total game changer. You can set up your direct deposit with your Chime account, and you'll be notified to enroll in SpotMe. Live it up this summer and make progress towards your financial goals with Chime. Open your bank account in minutes at chime.com/TaylorSwiftFan. That's chime.com/TaylorSwiftFan. Chime feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members. FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in SpotMe and are subject to monthly limits. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
Okay. So the next one is You Don't Get to Tell Me About Sad Songs.
Hi.
And we have a little message from Taylor.
Hey, Apple Music. Welcome to my You Don't Get to Tell Me About Sad playlist. These songs all have one thing in common. I wrote them while feeling anger. Over the years, I've learned that anger can manifest itself in a lot of different ways, but the healthiest way that it manifests itself in my life is when I can write a song about it, and then oftentimes that helps me get past it.
Yeah, so I don't think I was surprised by any of the songs on here. It just all kind of made sense. We've got vigilante shit, high infidelity. I mean, a lot of these, it's about cheating.
Yeah,
Would've, could've, should've.
for sure.
Anger, yeah.
Yeah, exile, illicit affairs, mad woman, tolerate it. Oh, tolerate it. Dang it. Bad blood. Is it over now? I knew you were trouble. We are never ever getting back together. Last time.
It's like the one poppy song in this whole playlist. We are never ever getting back together. And just like I think Anna, you said it earlier, just because the song's upbeat doesn't mean it can't be about something sad.
She's still angry.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we are never, ever getting back together.
Like ever.
The last time, the moment I knew, babe.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry,
I love
Nick.
this song so much.
And that's so, I was...
But that's where it belongs.
Another
This
cheating.
makes sense.
Right, and that's one of those songs where it wasn't until we talked about it on the podcast that I kind of took it as being that way, because it is the babe.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
like,
She's so angry.
you know,
There's
like
so much anger in her saying
there's so much
babe.
like anger in it, but like you don't hear that per se if you're just casually listening to it, you know? But whenever it comes up, like when I'm in the car, I perform it like babe.
Yeah. There's so much head moving back and forth when she's saying babe. And there's so much just anger when she says babe.
Yeah.
Love it.
We get the finger in the music video for I Bet You Think About Me. So that's a little bit anger. Dear John, Better Than Revenge. I mean, she was so angry, she kind of regrets it now. She changed the lyrics in this version. Tell Me Why.
Yeah.
You're Not Sorry. Forever and Always. And Mr. Perfectly Fine.
Yeah. Those are all yeah, like would you have put any of
Suitable.
those songs in different playlists and different
I don't
spots?
think so. Not for me.
That works.
Yeah.
Man, angry bops.
Is there something that you think should be on there that isn't?
I guess when I think about it, yes, it does make sense that Tolerate It is on here. I think I would have just thought Tolerate It would be more on like the depression playlist. But when you see what's on the depression playlist, it makes more sense that Tolerate It would be on the anger playlist.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Tolerate It a lot lately. I'm okay.
Yeah, you all right?
Yeah, I've just been like, I've actually been listening to just Evermore in general, like a lot. Like I've been in my Evermore era.
I love that.
I'm getting ready.
Welcome.
I'm prepping for Torture Poets, you know?
Yeah.
And Tolerate It, still one of my favorite moments in the Eras tour.
Oh my God, yes.
100%.
Oscar-winning performance on
Yes.
stage every night. It's so good.
Have you seen the videos of people like they'll be like at the show and they take a video, but they're kind of like sitting to the side of the stage, and you can see how they get rid of because she like knocks off all the props, and you can see when they like reel them in. It's just like the stage production of
Yeah.
it, but it's so funny because you see Taylor knocking off kind of like a cat, she like knocks off the flowers and everything, and then you kind of just see them like sliding like under.
Yeah. It truly makes $100 million production look like a high school production. And that's not a bad thing. Like
No.
I love it.
You say that with love. You say that
Yes,
with love.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, I have not seen those videos.
I'll
I
send
need
it to you. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Then up next, the next playlist is Am I Allowed to Cry? And it's about bargaining. Here's what Taylor says.
Hi, Apple Music. You have found the Am I Allowed to Cry playlist. This playlist takes you through the songs that I've written when I was in the bargaining stage. Times when, you're trying to make deals with yourself or someone that you care about. You're trying to make things better. You're oftentimes feeling really desperate because oftentimes we have a sort of gut intuition that tells us things are not going to go the way that we hope, which makes us more desperate, which makes us bargain more. Hope you enjoy the playlist.
I like how she ends with "Hope you enjoy the playlist." Also, I would like to thank Taylor because I feel like she has given me a better understanding of what bargaining is. I feel like I didn't really fully understand that stage. So thank you, Taylor.
And to me, this is almost the worst part for me, just because you're trying to fight for something and salvage something that's just not going to work. You know it's not going to work, but you're trying as hard as you can, and it's just a losing battle every time.
Because it still has a tinge of denial. If you look at the songs that she has on here, I mean, The Great War, This Is Me Trying, Peace, one of my favorites.
Are you burping? What's going on
She's
over there?
just like,
Like
exhaling,
breathing.
like
Having indigestion?
no, just kind of like sighing. Like,
It was not silent.
She's got heartburn.
But you know what hurts? I think it hurts me to see Peace on this playlist. Because I used to think that Peace was like
Like
no,
Sweet
I
Nothing?
guess it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Like,
Would it be enough
yeah,
if I can never give you peace?
yeah. Never mind.
Well, but she thought she was providing the peace, could or could not be providing the peace, and ends up maybe it was vice versa. I mean, I love that song from the moment that I heard it. My favorite song off Folklore, because she was saying, your brother's my brother. I love you enough to give you a child. Like, just all the things that you say whenever it's like, it's you and me. We can do this. And that one was a shocker. The Archer. Cornelia Street.
Cornelia Street,
That one.
that hurts.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
It makes sense if you think about it. I'd never walk Cornelia Street again. I'd never would.
Like, I don't want to lose you. And she was like driving, like she was leaving and then she came back, right? And it's like, oh my goodness, that hurts.
Death by a Thousand Cuts.
A lot of lover on this one.
Yeah.
I know. Which kind of, I mean, you hate to say it, but it makes sense.
Sure. If you're thinking about it
Now.
as a bargaining song.
Yeah.
Sure, it makes sense.
If you think about it in current time, knowing what we know now.
Yeah.
And we're about to know a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Soon You'll Get Better. Afterglow. I Wish You Would. Say Don't Go. Come Back, Be Here.
Mm-hmm.
Better Man. The Story of Us. Haunted.
Hi.
Come In With the Rain. The Other Side of the Door. If This Was a Movie. And Renegade.
Renegade.
Yeah, it is sad to see Soon You'll Get Better on this, because all of these are mostly about her relationship with a partner in life. This one's about a parent.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like, oh my gosh, she's not bargaining with another person in this. She's bargaining with a higher power.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just like, oof, that
Yeah.
one's
I
one's
agree
tough.
with you. Yeah.
I kind of would have thought that Renegade, which love that is included in these playlists. I thought that would be more in the anger one, but maybe that's just because of the way that she sings it and not so much the lyrics behind it.
Yeah. Moving on to our fourth playlist. It's called Old Habits Die.
Get it right, Dookie.
Moving on to our fourth Apple Music playlist, Old Habits Die Screaming. This is about depression. Here's what Taylor has to say about it.
Hi, Apple Music. Welcome to my Old Habits Die Screaming playlist, where we're going to be exploring the feelings of depression that often lace their way through my songs. In times like these, I'll write a song because I feel lonely or hopeless, and writing a song feels like the only way to process that intensity of an emotion. And while these things are really, really hard to go through, I often feel like when I'm either listening to songs or writing songs that deal with this intensity of loss and hopelessness, usually that's in the phase where I'm close to getting past that feeling.
Yeah, we got some heavy songs on the depression playlist.
Yeah.
This is just insane to me because, like, we know that Taylor Swift can write the saddest of sad songs. For her to go ahead and be like, here, I put them in a playlist for you.
What are you trying to do to us, Taylor?
Damn. Okay, this is just happens to be like my most played songs.
It needs to come with a warning label, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we've got Bigger Than the Whole Sky, Dear Reader,
No.
Maroon, You're Losing Me, My Tears Ricochet. I mean, so far, these make sense,
Yes.
right? Then we have Epiphany, Hoax, Champagne Problems, of course, Coney Island.
Amy.
Yeah,
One of my current faves right now.
it's a good one.
Yeah, I'm in that Evermore era too.
Also,
currently.
yeah.
Are we all Nick?
Yeah, I'm totally in my Evermore era.
Yeah.
Totally.
You gotta get prepped.
He
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
He didn't listen to Message in the Bottle on the way here.
I wasn't grooving in my car.
I see like in a movie, like you see the scenes of all of us like rolling up to the podcast, like crying at Evermore, and Nick's like just bopping.
We've got Right Where You Left Me, Nothing New, of course, All Too Well, Forever Winter, We Were Happy, Last Kiss, Castles Crumbling, Carolina, great song, and White Horse.
What do you think, looking at this playlist, in your opinion, what do you think is Taylor Swift's saddest song?
I mean,
That's hard.
dude, this is tough. I mean, the ones that just jump out at me are going to be My Tears Ricochet, Bigger Than the Whole Sky, Dear Reader.
Yeah, I think Bigger Than the Whole Sky or
You're Losing Me. And I feel like, just timeline-wise, like I almost feel like You're Losing Me is just like the tip of the iceberg of what we're going to get with Tortured
Right.
Poets.
Right, it's the freshest. It's the freshest cut for us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's why maybe it's more.
Yeah. And like I've been trying to think because depending on where you look, the genre for Tortured Poets is different. Like some websites say it's alternative, some say it's like pop, some say it's like synthy pop. So I truly don't know, and I'm kind of excited to just not know until we like hit play. But in my head, I feel like it's gonna sonically and lyrically be like a mixture of You're Losing Me and like The Great War. That's what I'm thinking in my head. But this will
Because-
become very dated in a week.
I feel like because it's Tortured Poets, that reminds us of Folklore and Evermore, because that's whenever she was getting truly poetic with what she was saying. So in my head, I sort of envision that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But then I'm seeing Swift Talk saying, if this is the rebuttal to Reputation, what if it's angry? What if it's that same kind of angry, loud album like Reputation was, which is not the vibe that I have in my head at all, but could be the same kind of music. We're gonna be shocked no matter what.
Yeah.
You saw our faces the first time we pressed play for Midnight Rain.
Yeah.
So I mean,
wild.
yeah. Or actually Lavender Haze. Lavender Haze was the first one, but still our faces for Midnight, our faces on all of them. We're going to be having those faces again in a week.
That's right. Because
Yeah.
you can watch us and listen to the Tortured Poets Department for the first time. We're going to have a listening party on our YouTube channel, and you can listen live with us, and we'll give our reactions right after, and we're just going to play each song. We did it with Midnights, and it was just so much fun, and we're going to do it again with Tortured Poets. So join us at midnight Eastern time. Is that the appropriate
Yes.
time?
Yeah.
Midnight Eastern time.
Whenever the album drops.
Yeah, midnight Eastern time on our YouTube channel, and it's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
I'm excited. I'm so
Me
excited.
too.
All right, so we have one last playlist. It's called I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, and it's about acceptance. So here's what Taylor had to say.
Hey, Apple Music, you've made it to my I Can Do It With a Broken Heart playlist, where we finally find acceptance and can start moving forward from loss or heartbreak. These songs represent making room for more good in your life, making that choice. Because a lot of time when we lose things, we gain things too.
I love this because we know Taylor to be a hopeless romantic and she can write the best breakup song you've ever heard, but she does continue to open up her heart after it gets shattered. And I respect that so much because not everybody can do that, you know?
Because you can get bitter, untrusting. You can decide that this isn't for me, and she still deals with it, writes her songs, and moves on. And writes beautiful, You're on Your Own, Kid. Speaking of our listening party, I mean, the first time hearing that in a blood-soaked gown, and it's just like, oh, she started off that song, and it's like, You're on Your Own, Kid, and it sounds so scary. And then she ends it with, but you always have been.
Yeah.
You always have been. You'll be okay. And that is hard to think about and hard to accept, but she's done it and accepted it and picked herself up. Phoenix always rising from the ashes time and time again. Also on that list, Midnight Rain, Labyrinth, The One, which I think is just perfect example
sense.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have August, Invisible String, Happiness.
That one makes so much sense
Yeah,
too.
and so does Long Story Short.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense that that would be on this playlist.
Enclosure.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
And Evermore.
And
Yeah, that makes sense too. You know,
It's time to go.
It's time to go. Should probably be on this one too.
Yeah. I forgot that you existed. Excellent example, along with Daylight. I love Daylight. This Love, which we will break down on the podcast eventually.
Yeah, we will at some
get to
point.
it.
Clean.
Now that makes sense.
Yes.
If any playlist it belongs on,
Put it at the top.
Clean belongs on this one.
Yes.
Now that we don't talk, begin again, innocent, and breathe. What Anna was doing, not indigestion, just breathing.
Sometimes Taylor takes my breath away.
You know, Tums, we love Tums here. If they ever want to sponsor
If
the
they
podcast,
ever want to sponsor,
we're open to it.
Yeah.
So that was a shocker from Taylor Swift for her to put all this together, to listen to her fans and come up and organize her songs into playlists of stages of grief. Now, I saw something that said Taylor Swift has surprises, but I couldn't find, or she said she's got surprises going on, but I couldn't find exactly what this person was talking about. She always has something up her sleeve. I mean, we said, or I said on the last episode, I was like, Taylor's been really quiet lately. And then she dropped that moments after we walked out of the studio.
I can't wait.
Of course.
I can't wait to find out what she does today when we're done recording.
But she did put her music back on TikTok.
Very cool.
Now her music is back on TikTok. And I don't know what negotiations happened, but she has new music coming out in a week. And so what a great time to have her music back on TikTok so people can use it. And now we're going to have all new snippets that we're going to be able to use in a week too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if this is correct. I was trying to read about it this morning, trying to figure out how that happened and why that happened. I read an article that was talking about how Taylor, you know, in the process of owning her masters, re-recording her music and all of that, she also owns the publishing rights. So it's possible that she was able to like cut her own deal with TikTok. I don't know if that is correct. That is just what I was like reading this morning.
Smart businesswoman.
Yeah, once again. Or some people were saying, you know, it's very possible that she could have just written a really pretty hefty check as well.
Sure.
You know, so I don't know.
And I mean, hey, remember, Taylor is also looking at this clearly as business decisions. So is TikTok, and so is her record label. So
Yeah.
if the most popular musician currently right now is releasing a brand new album that has already sold more than 2 million copies, it's like the biggest pre-sale in a very long time. That's not on the biggest social media platform when it comes out. That's going to be a problem. That's costing a lot of people a lot more money than they're losing currently with it not being on there. So all parties involved were like, yeah,
Let's
we'll
get this
let
done.
Taylor's on.
I also think it's funny because you can tell like other recording artists, nobody's releasing music on April 19th, but everybody's releasing music in the weeks leading up to it. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to compete. And it's so funny because every time I see that there's like an artist releasing a new album or a new single or anything, it's either right before the 19th or right after, but it's not on the 19th.
You know, it's the same thing with movies. You're not going to release a movie or an action movie the same weekend as the new Avengers movie comes
Right,
out. I mean,
yeah.
you're just not.
Well, even recently, Taylor with Red, Taylor's version, she moved it up, right? Because of Adele.
Adele.
Or
Oh, yeah.
Paul McCartney, one of the two. I can't remember. It was around the same time.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And didn't like years ago, Ed Sheeran had talked about it. How like when he's gearing up to an album release, he double checks to make sure when is Taylor releasing, when is Beyonce releasing, and when is Drake releasing. Those were like the big ones that you don't want to compete with. And now like I feel like everybody's just staying out of Taylor's way.
Well, Drake did say Taylor's the only one who would make me change a release date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, we'll see what this album is about in 1 week. So very excited. Let's check in from the Google voicemail real quick.
Yay!
Yeah. Our girl Madison was on it as soon as we left. As soon as we left the studios, literally last Friday, Madison called not too long after that to tell us some of her thoughts about the playlist.
Hi, I just wanted to say I really love you guys so much. My name's Madison. I've been following you guys for probably about a year now, maybe. And you guys are just having a bunch of Swiftie friends and it's so much. I wish I could come to your guys' event, but unfortunately I do not live in Texas. But I just wanted to say I love you guys and I hope the event goes off without a hitch. I can't wait for us to finally get to Evermore one day. I just wanted to mention all the playlists Taylor just dropped with the songs being sorted and how insane that is. And I feel like everything we know now is just out the window. And it was obviously she was not going to put the Reputation debut stuff because it's not Taylor's version, but I'm very genuinely curious to see where those songs would have ended up on each playlist. But sorry I'm rambling. I hope you guys have the best day.
Me too, girl. I'm waiting for Evermore.
I am also curious on where she would have put the Reputation and debut songs, on which playlist, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe she'll add them later.
Right? She could.
Thank you so much, Madison.
Thank you, Madison. And she did mention our event. So coming up here in 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So
we got a lot to
2 weeks, we're having an event. It is going to be so much fun. We're going to be hanging out. It's called Swifties in the Park. All the information is at the13podcast.net and also in the description of this podcast. We're just going to have so much fun listening to Taylor's new music, having fun, doing games, doing live podcasts. We're going to have a Swiftie marketplace where a lot of our Swiftie listeners who have Swiftie-themed businesses are going to be selling their products, and it's just going to be a lot of fun to hang out, shop, take pictures with Swifties. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Talk about the new album. We're doing this a week after Tortured Poets comes out, so we're going to all have thoughts and feelings.
We are going to know so much more by then.
And have more questions.
Have more questions. I mean, I want to say we're going to know the whole album, but I don't know that I would know every word by then. That's only 1 week, or will we? I don't know. We're going to see. That gives us 1 whole week to be able to take in the album, to have a lot of questions, a lot of thoughts, have a lot of conversations with friends. I didn't mean to do that.
Lacey.
I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. But I was thinking we're going to have a lot to talk about with our Swiftie friends.
We're going to have a lot to talk about when this podcast is over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So the 3 of us will be there. Lacey's probably not going to be there at the event, but it is on April 27th from 2 to 5 at Grandscape in the Colony. Bring a blanket, bring a lawn chair. We're going to be hanging out. It's just going to be a blast. Bring your friends.
Make new ones there.
Yes. Yeah. If you want to come alone, please come alone. Like if you feel like you just either moved to town or you're looking for Swiftie friends or your day-to-day friends aren't as diehard Swifties as you are, come by yourself. We will be there. We will be your friends. We're so excited. Also, just to answer a few of our FAQs, frequently asked questions. We will have like a wine cart there set up, and the park is surrounded by a bunch of like restaurants and stuff. You are not allowed to bring outside food or drink. So even though we are phrasing it as Swifties in the Park, bring your picnic blankets, unfortunately, you cannot bring your own food. You can't bring your own like sandwiches and stuff, unfortunately. I'm so sorry.
And I saw some people asking like, where are the restaurants and stuff around there? We're talking like available in this whole venue. So like walking. You're going to be walking around and there's tons of food and drinks available. So it's not like come here, leave. There's other restaurants nearby.
Yeah, it's like, how can I explain this? It's a park. Yeah, it's like a large lawn area. And there's a bunch of restaurants. And yes, it's all right there. It's not like you're going to have to get in your car and leave or anything.
And it's all ages event. I mean, you know Taylor Swift's music, so I don't know what kind of language she's going to have on the Future Post department, but bring your family. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to try and do a lot of games and audience participation, and it's just going to be a blast hanging out with Swifties. So all the info, tickets are all at the13podcast.net, which is in the description of this podcast. So we hope to see you there.
And we are going to be doing our streaming party, like we said, on our YouTube channel. That's going to be the evening of 4/18 that night, whenever it drops at midnight Eastern time, 11 Central time. We're going to be here listening to the Tortured Poets Department for the first time together, streaming it, so we can all take it in together. We will be on headphones since we can't play music, and also that would be weird if people are jumping in at different times, but we can still tell you what song we're listening to. We're going to go down the whole track list order by order and take it in and talk about it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up because it's fun to be a Swiftie. Thank you, Taylor Swift, for making all of this possible.
And Taylor, you are invited to the event. Tickets are $13.
Thanks for listening. The 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.